Back on Lady Tiger pregame, joined now by the head coach of the Lady Tigers, Jeff Edwards. Round one is through. It's all about advancing, and people looked at this game and thought, well, it's a game that Clay Center scoots through. You said in pregame this team scared some other teams that you guys have gone up in common opponents, and they came out swinging as you knew they would. But your Lady Tigers, settled in, buckled down, and I thought rebounded the basketball for the most part. Really, well, I thought Hannah Ferguson had a great night on the boards, especially the way Rock Creek collapsed on anyone who got a rebound on either end of the floor, but they were strong enough just to play through things and pull away for an easy win down the stretch.
Yeah, and we, it took a little bit. If you noticed at the beginning, we weren't quite getting those tough rebounds, and it was because they were sending 4, sometimes 5 girls to the rebounds, and then they were really active with their hands. So once we realized that if we were extremely strong and got the outlet, then we really blew up the game with our transition game. So that was a big emphasis at halftime was, hey, grab and secure a rebound and then get moving. Once we do, find your outlet on the sides and let's go. And so when they started doing that, I think we rattled off 8 or 10 straight points in that third quarter, which really turned things around.
A stretch of, I think, 3 straight fast breaks where Addie Mullen gets assists. I know she was the NCKL leader in assists this season, and it's fun when they get out and go, but it takes that outlet pass to find her and to get her on the move. And a number of times last night we saw the outlet pass not only find her, but hit her in stride. And when that happens, it is tough for a defense to get back.
Yeah, and she's if you catch her in stride, there's nobody going to keep up with her. So I was happy to see us finding that outlet and going. And we've got 3 or 4 people that can kind of start that break with a bust-out dribble that kind of gets stuff going to the other end and gets us out of trouble before we outlet. I thought Hannah did a great job. She's one that we want to just try her see throw the outlet out to the side and go with it that way. So, Addie played an extremely strong game and fought through some pretty physical play where, she took it to the rim and got upended right there at the end of the game, and it was a little frustrating, but she's tough, man. She got up and D'd up that girl big time on the next possession.
Yeah, I was going to ask, she moved fine. The next days, sometimes when you feel the soreness, but she popped up quicker than she landed, which was hard to do, and that's just kind of the mindset, I think, that she brings to the court for you guys. The post play has been really strong. I think the last several ball games, it appears that you've found a way to get the entry pass where you want it and then some good finishes. Last night, Clara had the big first half, Hannah the big second half, and when those two posts establish things, the rest of the court can really open up for you guys.
Yeah, and we're starting to notice that. They have to pick one or the other that they want to try to stop, and usually, the other one's going to step up. So I love that we can go either way with those two, and then, if they decide they want to bring more than 2 people in there to try to stop the post, I love the option to be able to drive with Addie or Sid, and the option to hit the outside shot with Aaron, Haley, Addie. All these things are making it really tough to guard us, and we've been experimenting with a little bit of a 4-out, 1-in offense, and I ran it only a couple of possessions, and both times we got big 3-pointers in the corner, and that's what we've been working on throughout the week. So all little wrinkles that we've been trying to save to the postseason, and good to see them work last night.
You can also now, Coach, look ahead to a matchup with Marysville. I know everybody else in the 4A Division II, I think, was looking to see what was going to happen on Saturday night. We now know the game is set. The third time you guys will meet, you've split. Everybody knows the backstory. Your first and only loss came early in the season. You win at overtime at home, and now a neutral court, and for a trip to the state championship. So this is a remarkable Substate. Numbers 2 and 5 go at it in the finals tomorrow night.
Yeah, and that 2 and 5 is deceiving if you go off of max preps, which takes your common opponent, strength of schedule, and everything into factor. It's number 1 and number 2 in the state. So it's a well matched game. I was kind of excited to see Marysville because we've got a really good scouting report defensively. We were extremely strong with them. The last time that we played, the thing that they haven't seen us do yet is really put on our offensive show yet, because they've held us in the low 30s for shooting percentages twice. So I told the girls there's not a lot going to change on the defensive side. We just need to execute and put that ball in the hole a little bit better on offense. So if I remember back to our game against them, we had 4 or 5 different bunnies that I thought should have gone, which would have changed things big time. And then we had a couple of defensive breakdowns towards the end that gave up, 6 or 8 points on threes and 2-pointers that we can erase right there. So I feel pretty confident about the matchup, and I do know it's going to be a big-time battle.
Yeah, I think people across the state will be keeping an eye on this and find out who heads to Emporia. Looking to go back with the Lady Tigers. Looking forward to tip-off. Coach, as always, appreciate the time in a busy week, and let's go get them tonight.
All right. Thanks, Rocky.
Back with more on pregame in just a moment.
In this risky market, does your farm have the protection it needs? Farmers Union Insurance is committed to providing our farm families with complete insurance solutions for every operation, large or small. We have products to cover everything from crops to combines, homes to barns, autos to auto steer and your tractors. Our products will help manage your risk and keep you protected from the unknown. Give me, Jim Gearhan, a call at 632-3264 or stop by our office at 426 Lincoln Avenue in downtown Clay Center. We are proud to support the Tiger Athletics.
Athletics have been a mainstay of the high school scene for decades. Although many students get involved in sports simply for the love of the game, there are great benefits from participating. Our young athletes learn the fun of team rivalries and revel in the satisfaction of a job well done for their school. This feeling of community and the honor of representing the home team gives them a sense of pride that they will carry with them well beyond high school. Here's to a great winter sports season, Tigers, from your fans of Clay County National Bank, member FDIC.
For any concrete project you need for a residential driveway, basement, patio, or curb, you can count on Midwest Products to handle it. At every level of the job, you'll find a dedicated, skilled crew prepared to deliver a professional job. With state-approved plants in Hanover, Clay Center, Lynn, and Washington, they can meet the needs of residential, commercial, or farm-related projects. For other ready-mix concrete work, give Midwest Products a call at 800-371-2252.
Take action now for a successful crop next year. At Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed and Feed, we're ready to help you plan for next season's weed control, moisture conservation, and fertilizer needs. For your plan, we'll utilize soil testing and variable seeding rates to come up with site-specific fertilizer and seed systems. Now is a good time to establish your fertilizer and chemical program for productive crops in 2015. Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed and Feed, we offer customized solutions to help your crops thrive.
Tiger Basketball on KCLY is brought to you in part by Republican Valley Irrigation, Wilbur Ellis Reed Seed and Feed, Citizens National Bank at Clay Center, Greenlee, Concordia, and Belleville, by Subway at Clay Center, Blue Valley Telecommunications, Midwest Regional Agency Jim Gearhan, Walsh Value Appliance and Lumber, TSI Kansas Clay Center, United Bank and Trust, and Central Valley Ag.
And good evening from Holston for a third straight night, their road trip on what they call the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Wallace, we loved it. We made the way over here on a Saturday night for Substate Championship basketball. The Clay Center Lady Tigers taking on the Marysville Bulldogs. Along with Larry Wonk, Wallace, Rocky Downing here, our studio engineer is Bernie Panicella. Also in Wakefield, Phil Casper will be reporting in on a Hanover Clifton Clyde doubleheader. How about that Substate Championship that's taking place? You've also got Frankfurt girls playing for a trip to the state championships. Blue Valley Axel, a doubleheader in 1A Division II basketball that's going on this evening. And Wamego boys are playing Abilene Cowgirls. A lot around the KCLY community, but there's a little NCKO matchup tonight, Wonk, that's going to be a whole lot of fun to watch.
That's right. It is going to be fun to watch. Marysville's the only team to beat the Tigers this year, and we got the anthem coming up, Rock.
Anthem is on the way. We'll break down this game more in just a moment. Let's take this time out. We're back in Holston after this.
If this season of life you find yourself with some mobility issues, then it's time to talk with the experienced staff at Patterson's Health Mart Pharmacy in Clay Center. They have a wide variety of durable medical equipment and supplies to make your day-to-day activities easier and safer. If you're diabetic, Patterson's has special shoes to help with circulation. Plus, they have walkers, crutches, wheelchairs, canes, bath rails, and portable oxygen supplies. Patterson's Health Mart is there to help you through each season of life.
Defend, rebound, pass the ball, and score. Basketball is simple. Insurance is too when you turn to me, your Farm Bureau agent, Justin Tadman from Clay Center. I'm your go-to agent for auto, home, life, and business insurance. So no matter what life brings, you'll be ready with a game plan that meets all your coverage needs. Talk to me, your Farm Bureau agent, Justin Tadman, today. I make insurance a layup. Go Tigers. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
As a third-generation seed company, Oldie Seed has pioneered the development of soil-specific hybrids that thrive in your soils. Our Know to Grow research program is the largest in the Midwest and utilizes advanced technologies including Enlist, Extend, and Liberty Link soybeans. Oldie's research program delivers top yields while helping you win the war on resistant weeds. This season, don't settle for anything less than a soil-specific seed from Oldie Seed.
What happened?
This house is too small.
So let's buy a new house.
But we can't afford a new house. Money doesn't grow on trees.
That's why we'll go to United Bank and Trust. I heard they have low mortgage rates that are affordable for everyone.
Well, then let's go right now.
Stop and see me, Maria Fitzmeyer,
Or me, Carla Sweet, at United Bank and Trust to talk about getting your new home loan process started.
or visit us online at ubankonline.com. United Bank and Trust, banking for your way of life.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Back once again in Holston, the anthem plays. The starting lineup being announced right now along through mid-season. One loss for Clay Center at Marysville early this season. They avenged that loss, but it took overtime to do it by 2 at home. Now they meet on a neutral court for a trip to Emporia.
Yeah, it's going to be a classic from the Rock. And there's 16 teams. Like, you look at the NCAA tournament. This is like being in a Sweet 16, which is an accomplishment in and of itself. But after tonight, there'll be 8 going to state, and then including tonight, there'll only be one team in the state that wins their last 4 games, and they're going to be crowned the state champs.
And they start that quest this evening. For the Marysville Bulldogs, it will be 5'2" senior Tabitha Rice, Alex Dinner, a 5'4" senior, Nicole Franco down in the post, great defender, great athlete, 5'10" and a junior. Sydney Payshaw has really lit it up against Clay Center and against most this year. She's a 5'7" senior and 5'10" sophomore. Sammy Bartles down inside. She is a load to handle on the defensive end for Clay Center. The Lady Tigers will start with Hannah Ferguson, 11.7 a game, 6.3 points. A 6'1" senior. She wears number 21. Addie Mullen, 10.3 points, 4 assists a game. She had 6 assists on Thursday night against Rock Creek. She's a 5'4" junior, wears number 23. Sid Calloway, 6.7 a game, 4.5 rebounds. She is a 5'8" senior, wears number 32. Erin Hamill, 7.5 points a game, 31 of 93 from beyond the arc. She had 4 threes against Marysville the last time they met. She's a 5'8" junior, wears number 33. And the freshman, Clara Edwards, 12.4 a game, 6.2 boards. A 6-foot freshman, wears number 45. For Marysville, it's Wright, Denner, Franco, Payshaw, and Bartles. And for the Lady Tigers, Ferguson, Mullen, Calloway, Hamill, and Edwards. And we are about ready to go in this 4A Division II Substate Championship game. A trip to Emporia in the state championships on the line tonight here in Holston. Nicole Franco against the Lady Tigers. Hannah Ferguson, opening tip underway. It's controlled by the Marysville Bulldogs. You likely could hear the atmosphere both behind us, Marysville, and across the gym Play Center. The crowds are great here tonight. Lady Tigers on defense. There's a dribble drive by Bartles, cut off down in low to Franco. She'll take it toward the lane all the way to the glass. Misses the lay-in. Rebound battled for, picked up by Calloway. Out he comes to Mullen. Boy, a great look for Marysville on the offensive end. They couldn't cash it in. The Lady Tigers with it, their first offensive possession. Little extended wide zone, and Play Center throws it away, trying to pass it down low in the corner. It's taken away by Sandy Bartles. Marysville back down the court quickly. Right outside to Franco, left wing. To the corner for Rice. Skip across, it comes to Payshaw. She'll dribble attack, hangs in the lane, no. Rebound, Ferguson. It's taken back away by Payshaw. Missing. Rebound, Ferguson again, and Play Center has it back. Still no score, and it's already at an intense level here in the opening moments of this basketball game. There is. Mullen brings it across the midcourt stripe. Right and deep to Hamill. Back across left it comes to Mullen. Right in front of us here as we sit courtside in Holton. Mullen with it, left wing and deep. Looking to go high post, does so to Ferguson. Turns and squares to the baseline like Edwards. Kicks to the left side. Mullen's got an open look for the 3 ball. Just strong, and the rebound comes away to Franco. We were right behind Addie Mullen's release. It looked good, but hits the back iron. Here's Marysville the other direction. Franco on top. Left on the wing to Bartle. In the corner left, it comes to Denner. She will kick it right to Tabitha Wright for 3, and it's down. No, a 2-pointer. Correction, a 2-pointer. That's full on the line, but it's a 2-0 Marysville lead early. That's where Clay Center has struggled the first 2 meetings. They trailed 15-12 after 1 quarter. In Marysville, they trailed 13-7 at home after the first quarter. Oh, great look inside. Mullen to Ferguson for 2, and we're tied at 2 apiece. Addie Mullen 6 assists on Thursday, and she finds Ferguson wide open down inside. Short corner, it goes left to Franco. She'll dribble penetrate. Shot blocked from behind. A foul is going to be called on Clara Edwards. It will be her first. 5:59 remains. We're in the opening quarter, tied at 2, and the first free throws of the game will come to the junior, 5'10" Nicole Franco, as the first foul of the game goes against Clay Center and Clara Edwards. Franco's free throw is off the mark left. She'll have one more coming. No substitutions as of yet for either team. One bucket dinner for Marysville and one bucket Ferguson for Clay Center. One free throw in now for Nicole Franco. It's a 3-2 ball game. Clay Center down by 1, back with the basketball. 5:55 remains. Mullen walks it through the timeline. Looks at the zone defense. They really bring the guards up high. They really try to take away the skip passes from wing to wing. Mullen kicks out to Edwards deep. Right side it goes to Hamill. Back to Mullen. Addie with the dribble. Clay Center down 1. High post, Edwards. Tries to strip away by Dinner, but Edwards has it. Now outside deep to Mullen. Addie will hold there. Now off to Hamill. Fakes left. High post, Edwards. Clara starts the dribble drive. Doesn't have a look. Backs it out and gives it away to Hamill once again. 5:21 remains, first quarter. Marysville faithful up on their feet, applauding the defense. Clay Center trying to dissect it now with movement. Here's a high post pass. Ferguson to the corner. Mullen. Dribble penetrates. Cut off. Out of the post. Edwards has a look inside, and she's going to be fouled before the shot. Bucket goes down, but they call it on the floor. It'll be Clay Center's basketball out of bounds. Edwards finished with big-time contact inside on Nicole Franco, who is a dynamic defender in the lane, long and athletic, and has been a shot blocker against Clay Center in the first 2 meetings, but called for the foul before the shot here. Mullen has it, right baseline, backs it out now with a dribble. 5 minutes to work, opening quarter. Clay Center down by a point with possession. Mullen, right and deep to Callaway. Sid, back to Addie. Mullen to the baseline. Hamill fakes the 3. Now dribble penetrates as it's stripped away and loose. Picked up by Marysville. It's Sydney Payshaw who brings it across. Nearly taken back away by Callaway. And then bodies collide and go to the ground. They'll get a foul on Sid, her first. Smart move by Payshaw to stop and move over into Callaway's line of pass and take the contact and draw the foul. Payshaw into Bartles. Out top, back to Bartles, right wing. 4:40 left. Clay Center down by 1. Bartles dribble drive. Now to Franco, and she walked with the basketball. Clay Center has it back. Lady Tiger possession. You can tell both teams understand how important this game is by the way they've kind of reacted in the first minute.
So far, defense is dominating. You know, maybe a little nervous out there, but you can always play hard on defense.
And both teams absolutely doing just that. Here's Hamill, left and deep to Mullen. 4:25 remains, first quarter. Clay Center down by a point, 3-2. Mullen with the dribble, gets it away to Hamill. Looks high post, has it to Ferguson. Back on the left wing, and Mullen, ball fake, skip out. Hamill's got to look for 3. Set, shoots it, and it's just strong. Rebound tipped by Ferguson, but then picked up by Bartles of Marysville. Hot hand Hamill, she can drill it. That time had one just rim away. Here's Wright on the wing right. She hit the long 2-pointer. The only bucket scored by Marysville. Then they had the 1 free throw. They lead 3-2, down to 3:56 to go first quarter. Now Franco in the lane misses another bunny inside. The outlet pass from Ferguson to Hamill and up to Mullen. And now Addie will set the offense. 3:44 left, first quarter. Mullen, left side wing. In the corner it goes to Edwards. Clara looks short corner, instead skips it across. Hamill looks back inside. Here's Callaway. Bounce pass in low. Ferguson goes strong. And a foul is going to be called. They'll stay on the floor. Great cut by Ferguson and recognition by Callaway, the 2 seniors, hooking up, and it would be a foul then called against Marysville on the drive before the shot. 2 fouls against each team. Marysville brings Sarah Roberts into the game for the first time, and Grace Stowe as well. Clay Center, Mullen will inbound it. Looking to lob, needs to go somewhere, gets it into Ferguson. Back in the corner, Mullen. Ball fake, starts to drive, now brings it back out with a dribble deep. And sets offense. Clay Center trails 3-2. Very low-scoring first quarter. 3:23 remains in the opening period. Edwards, 3-pointer, left baseline. Bingo! The freshman drills it in the left corner. Clay Center has their first lead of the game at 5-3. In the front court with it is Roberts. Nearly taken away now by Edwards. In the corner it goes to Bartles. Ferguson on her. Bartles, dribble drive. Kicks out. Payshaw, left-handed 3 to catch it, and she does. Sydney Payshaw nails it from the left wing, and it's 6-5. Marysville back up by 1. You can't let her be left alone. She loves to dribble drive, but can hit it from the outside when she sets her feet. 6-5, play center down 1, 2:45 left in the opening quarter. Addie Mullen with the dribble out top. Works it left and gives it off to Edwards. Into the post, it comes to Callaway. Further in the post, Ferguson from behind, blocked, out of bounds, no foul call. 2 shots coming for the terrible squeeze. Anna Ferguson, another good recognition from Sid Callaway on the cut, or that time Clara Edwards on the cut, though, by Ferguson. Twice she's been able to get open space.
They've been able to get it inside here, and hopefully they can keep doing that the rest of this game.
Ferguson's first free throw is strong. And shoots at 70% from the strike.
Oh, they've got fouled 3 times in Spain so far. This is the first time they've got to shoot free throws.
That foul was on Alex Denner with the reach. Second free throw for Ferguson. Hannah drills it. We're tied now at 6 apiece. Ferguson with 3. Clara Edwards a 3-pointer, and that's the 6-4 play center. 2:36 remains, first quarter, and that play center puts on full court pressure as they bring in Haley Franson. And we've got a foul holding on Franson as Denner kind of boxed her out to get the entry pass to the full court pressure, and Franson came across the arm.
She gets in the box score with no time off the clock.
You're right. Just checked into the game. 2:36 remains, first quarter. Marysville in the backcourt with it, Roberts. She will bring it near the timeline. Edwards on her. Now works it right, hands it off to Bartles. Nearly lost it, gets rid of it to Stowe. Now back in the quarter, Bartles. Roberts fakes the 3, drives the paint, cut off by Ferguson. Now Fayshaw takes it strong, blocked, rebound to Roberts, loose, picked up Francis, outlet pass Mullen, the run out, Addie, left side, goes strong and finishes. No contact, but Addie Mullen, the Tasmanian Devils, knocks it down, placing her up by 2. Fayshaw the other end, an up and down game the last couple of possessions, and Hannah Ferguson called for the foul. Fayshaw headed to the strike. Boy, great outlet pass on that last trip down defensively to set up Addie Mullen, and then off to the races to finish on the other end.
That was a good finish by Addie. There was a bunch of traffic in there. And she said she didn't really ever get touched, but there was arms and elbows all around her. Fayshaw knocks in the first free throw. It's an 8-7 play center lead, 2:07 to work, first period. Fayshaw, the 5'7" senior, with the second charity on its way. This one is rimming in. She has 5. We're tied at 8. Play center brings Aaron Hamill back in the ball game. Callaway, Edwards, Hamill down the court. Ferguson inbounds to Addie Mullen. Marysville back deep in that zone defense. Mullen right to Callaway, back to Addie. Mullen works it left off the screen by Edwards. Kick to the corner. Hamill's got to look for the 3 ball. It's strong. Weak side forward, though. Callaway. Sid turns, strips away, a foul called on the reach-in. That's going to be on Alex Denner. That will be her second foul. We're tied at 8, 1:51 to go first quarter. And the basketball will be out of bounds to the Lady Tigers. I say take it inside against Franco. Denner, too, I guess.
Denner got her second, helping down low. Franco picked up an early foul in the game in this first quarter. There's Edwards. She loses it out of bounds. Thought she was fouled by Franco. They tried to take it at her. Franco that time able to defend. 1:45 remains first quarter. Play center back man-to-man on defense as Marysville brings it across. 1:40 remains, opening quarter. Roberts with it, right side wing. Out deep it comes now to Stowe's. Off to Franco, to the corner. Stowe's beyond the arc. Last second choice to shoot the 3. And Grace Stowe's knocks down the triple. Play center trails 11-8. Addie Mullen across the timeline. Holds it outside. Play center trails by 3. $1:15 to work. First period. Callaway with it out deep. To Hamill, right side. Aaron dribbles to the corner. Stops there. Needs some help. Lobs it out deep for Mullen. To the corner left, Callaway. Ball fakes the pass inside. Now holds. Now has it stripped away. Sid picks it back up. Tips pass to the backcourt. Will go out of bounds and play center will keep possession. Couple of tip passes, though, by the Bulldogs, that time defensively. Back to the Grace Stowe's 3. I didn't describe it very well, but she kind of ball faked, stopped, and then almost flat-footed decided to shoot it and drilled it. Play center down by 3. Here's Callaway, left wing, skips it right to Mullen, adding to the post. Ferguson back to the bucket, out in the corner to Edwards. She hit a 3 earlier. Now Mullen, Hamill up top, takes it left, back to Addie. 45 to work first quarter. Play center trails by 3. Aaron Hamill, right wing, out deep to Callaway. High post, Ferguson. Left side wing, Mullen. Ball fake, slides inside, and will finish it through the zone. 11-10. Play Center trails by 1. Marysville back the other way. Here's Tayshaw. Skip pass right, overthrown, but tipped to a teammate. It stows with it and out deep to Franco. 21 to work. Marysville's possession. Clay Center trails by a point. Here's an open look for 2 on its way and missing. Rebound weak side. An offensive foul on the rebound try against Marysville, Sarah Roberts. And Clay Center gets it back with 14 to work. Down by 1. Four first quarter rebounds for Hannah. Awesome. She averages 6.3 a game. 4 already here in the first quarter. 11-10, 14 seconds to work. Clay Center with the basketball. Try to close out with a bucket. It would give them the lead going into quarter 2. Mullen now with 5 seconds with 4. Dribble drive out top. Edwards 3-ball. Yes! She'll drill the 3 at the top of the tee. Closing the quarter. And the Lady Tigers lead by 2. 13-11 after the first 8 minutes. Stay with us. Lady Tiger basketball will continue next.
Do you consistently have problems with your home Wi-Fi connection? Let Blue Valley Telecommunications help with our Managed Wi-Fi program. With Blue Valley's Managed Wi-Fi, technicians will provide you with a robust router, identify the best location for your router, and help configure all your devices to have the best experience possible. If your router malfunctions, we'll even replace it for free. Plus, we offer 24/7 technical support to manage and update your router, all for a small monthly charge. To learn more about Blue Valley's Managed Wi-Fi program, visit our website at bluevalley.net or call us today.
People who really appreciate great food know where to find it. That's why you'll see them gathered around the deli department at Ray's Apple Market. Delicious, hot, and fresh meals to go are perfect to enjoy at the Rock House Cafe for lunch, dinner, or anytime when hunger strikes.
Here at Ray's, it is our passion to give you, our customer, a pleasant, time-saving shopping experience while providing exceptional products at value prices with uncommon customer service. Thank you from our family to yours. Shop small, shop local.
Lady Tigers up 13-11, walking what was a very much back and forth opening quarter. What a final shot and play call.
Clara, that was great. Clara buried that. It was a great first order, and Clay Center takes the lead with that last second shot.
And they get the basketball to begin the second period. Addie Mullen has it out deep against that zone defense of Marysville. Looks in the left corner, not there. Now she does get it to Hamill. Double post inside. Edwards back to the bucket. Kicks it out deep to Mullen. Addie ball fakes, drives, out to Hamill. 3-ball in its way is strong. Weak side rebound, though, to Callaway. Bounce pass it low. What a look from Callaway to Ferguson, and she draws the foul. 2 free throws coming with a terrible speed. Callaway on that weak side. So much of the defense locked over on the 2 posts on the ball side. Hamill's shot was strong, but Callaway there to retrieve it. Ferguson's first free throw up and strong. She was 1 of 2 her first trip to the line. And now misses on the first of 2 here. Clay Center up by a bucket, 13-11. Second Charity on its way. This one's down. Ferguson has 4. Clay Center leads it by 3. Marysville back with possession. It'll be Denner who brings it across the timeline. Gets the screen on Mullen. Franson picks her up. Now looks back, go inside. Franco slides to the ground and then nearly out of bounds. And they will say it's off of Clay Center. Nicole Franco went to the ground, slid with the basketball, but did she really have control? Maybe would be the, if she's bobbling it, it's not a travel. Then it ended up going off of Sid Callaway. 14-11, Clay Center leads it. Entry pass, Edwards, great defense. Mullen, a race to the other end. Nobody's going to catch that. The lay-in, yes! 6 points now for Mullen. And it's 16-11, Clay Center by 5. The steal by Edwards, the outlet, and Mullen did the rest. Clay Center a 5-point lead here, second quarter. Out top, Tayshaw, dribble penetrates. She can really finish inside and does here. Tayshaw has 7. And the Lady Tiger lead is 3 at 16-13. Clay Center back the other direction. They'll walk it across. Marysville in the zone, but really extended it. They don't clog the middle unless Clay Center puts the 2 posts down inside, and they will sag back in, but they really extended on the wings, trying to take away the skip passes. Here's Ferguson at the free throw line to the corner left. Callaway wide open for 10. She'll knock it down. The sidewalk surfer has her first bucket. Clay Center up by 5. Tayshaw the other direction. Tip pass by Callaway. Inside Bartle. Wild shot. Foul called. Anna Ferguson's going to pick up her second, I believe, and that'll be Bartles at the stripe to shoot 2. Bartles, who had 12 and 8 respectively in the first 2 games against Clay Center at the stripe, looking for her first point today, and has it. 5'10" sophomore, very talented inside basketball. Aaron Hamill back in. A note of reference, in the first game, Clay Center trailed 15-12 and 33-30 at halftime. The second game, they were still at 13-7 after one quarter and tied or down 3 at halftime. So to have a lead early in the ball game is a good note on the Lady Tiger side anyway. Bartles misses the second free throw. Clay Center's lead is 4 at 18-14. 6:19 left, second period. Addie Mullen into the front court. Campbell left wing, Franson right wing. Ferguson out with that second foul. Callaway and Edwards now run the post. Clara in the corner. Skip pass right, Mullen. Addie. Ball fakes it to the corner, looking for Hamill. Tipped by Bartles. And again, that's that weak side pass. Clay Center uses that to get the defense transitioning and then find either an open look outside or a cutter in the lane. But Marysville does a really good job of disrupting that. In the first quarter, Hanover leads Clifton Clyde 16-11. Here's Hamill left wing. The Lady Tigers in the corner to Branson. Haley back outside for Hamill. 5:48 remains, second quarter. Mullen has it now out top, running a little weave against the zone. Again, Hanover leads Clifton Clyde by 5 after one quarter. That's the girls' matchup in Wakefield, 1A Division I. Clara Edwards, left wing. Mullen, ball fakes, drives to the corner. Ball kicked out of bounds. It will stay with Clay Center on the baseline. We will get look-ins with Flip Casper when we have the opportunity during that ball game. He said it was 11-11 earlier, didn't he? Here at the end of the first quarter, and so Hanover goes on a 5-0 run to end that first period. Edwards out top. She's hit 2 threes already in this opening half. Callaway open from 15. She hit her last shot, rims this one off. Rebound. It's Hamill inside. Back up and no. One more time, strong. A lot of bodies hanging around in low. Hamill unable to finish the 2 shots. She had an attempt at inside with the big crowd. Here's Bartles attacking. She'll lay it in and good. Bartles has 3 points. Clay Center leads it by a bucket now with 5:05 to go in the first half of play. Mullen brings it through the timeline. Numbers 2 and 5 ranked in the state of Kansas 4A Division II. Lady Tigers, 2nd ranked. Marysville, 5th ranked. Clay Center is going to hold the basketball for a while and see if Marysville will come out of the zone and match up. Mullen just dribbles out between the rings. Right now, Marysville choosing to stay back. Now, Mullen goes into motion. Hamill right wing deep to the post. They go to Edwards. Kicks it out top. Mullen, 3-pointer on the way, and it rims in. 9 points for Mullen. And Clay Center with a timeout after the tray knocked in. They lead it by 5. It is a full timeout. Flip, if you're available, let's send it to you and get a look in over in Wakefield.
I am available, Rocky, and this game started off all Hanover 11-4 and then a 7-0 run by Clifton Clyde. Now timeout on the floor by Kyron Work. Tied it at 11 and then a 5-0 run to end that quarter, 16-11. It is now 20-11 and Hanover starting to light it up. Hanover leads 20-11, 6.5 left in the first half.
All right, Flip, thanks. We'll take a 30-second timeout here. Lady Tiger basketball continues next.
When you grow corn or soybeans for a living, you're always looking for the latest advances to help your fields be more profitable. That's why it's time to turn to Channel. When you plant elite Channel seed products, you also get the services of your very own Channel seedsman. You see, your seedman works with you year-round to make the most of your operation.
For customized service, expert advice, and elite seed products, contact Colton with Frontier Ag Supply, 785-630-0596.
Lady Tigers lead it now by 5, and Addie Mullen having a half. 3 layups in transition, and then the 3-pointer. She has 9 to lead all scorers, and Clay Center up by 5. Here's a drive by Alex Denner to the lane. Strong. Rebound, battle for and low. Jump ball. Shaw, Edwards tie it up. The arrow stays, this time with Marysville. 21-16, Clay Center by 5. 4:23 still to go, second quarter. From the baseline, Denner will bring it inbound. To the post for Franco. Mullen near steal. It's kicked out of there. They'll get the call against Mullen. She has the strip away, but as she ran to reach down and get it at the same time, kicked it out toward the wing, and the violation gives Marysville the possession back again. Inadvertent kick, but still a kick. 4:22 remains from the baseline. Denner brings it to the wing. Bartles tries to turn the corner. Now stops. Kick out to Tabitha Wright. Denner for 3. Right baseline and good. And the lead's down to 2. 5'4" senior drills a triple on the right baseline. Clay Center leads at 21-19. Midway point, second quarter. Here's Hamill. And after a very slow scoring first period, both teams starting to get it going. Here's Edwards inside. She is fouled from behind by Nicole Franco, who didn't like the call. But Edwards will have 2 free throws, and that's the second foul now on Franco. 7th foul against Marysville, 5 against Clay Center. 3:59 remains first half. Edwards at the stripe. First free throw is up, and the freshman drills it. She has 4. She shoots 72% from the free throw stripe on the year. She's hit 2 3-pointers in this first half already. And she hits both free throws. A little rain around the rosy on that second one, but it fell through. And Clay Center back up by 4, 23-19. Haley Franson will get a breather. Maddie Craig in. Clay Center trying to protect Hannah Ferguson with the 2 fouls. She hasn't been in the last couple of minutes. Here's Zinner. Started by Mullen. Burns and goes into the lane. We've got a reach-in foul against the Lady Tigers. Coming across the arm. And it's going to be called on Erin Hamill, her first. Team 6. Marysville's basketball on the baseline. So Maddie Craig in, along with Mullen, Callaway, Hamill, and Edwards. From the baseline, Denner having some trouble getting it in bounds. Now it does so out deep to right. Bartles with it between the rings. Kicks it left to Stowe. She'll go baseline left, right. Kick across to Denner. Mullen on her. Dribble drive, stop, gets it back outside. Payshaw guarded by Callaway. Left wing and deep it goes to Stowe. 3:35 left first half. Lob in the paint. Tipped and taken away by Clara Edwards. They were trying to go to Bartles. Clay Center has it back with a 2-point lead. Mullen walks it through. 23-19. 3:20 left to work. High post it goes now to Edwards. Clara turns, wants the 3. She's hit 2. This one rims off. Rebound away to Bartles. 3:10 left first half. Marysville back the other direction. Here's Denner. Turns, spins, now drives the lane right into Edwards, and a foul is going to be called on the floor. It's a 1-and-1 chance for Marysville. Edwards there, it seemed like a long time, and they called this on Clara. Let's see, last night we were talking about all the charges being called. Now we get this, right?
The charge guy is not here tonight.
That's right. Hannah Ferguson comes in. Edwards will get a breather, so both posts for Clay Center with 2 fouls. Remember Franco for Marysville also 2 against her. 23-19, Clay Center by 4. And the first free throw is up and in on the 1-and-1. Denner now with 6 points in the game. Clay Center's lead is 3 with 3:03 remaining second period. Denner, the senior, with the back end of the 1-and-1, almost airballed it. Rebound battles for. That's going to be Clay Center's basketball. Bartles and Hamill both battling. It bounced off of Hamill going out of bounds, but Bartles already out of bounds. It landed on her. So Clay Center gets it back. 23-20. Clay Center by a triple, and they have the basketball. Mullen, right side deep. Hamill, high post. Callaway, ball fakes it. Dribble drives to the lane, all the way to the glass. Almost gets it to go. She will get to the stripe to shoot 2. Said this before, Flonk, and we've seen it at least 3 times this year. Abilene comes to mind in a big way. The last Marysville game comes to mind in a big way. I'll get to the point in a moment as Sid gets ready to shoot. First free throw's up. Sid Callaway doesn't worry about scoring, but when there's a game where you need her to step up and get 10 points, she always seems to find a way to do that. Right now she has 3 early, and then 4.
I really like the look when she's in the paint. You know, it just seems like we're a little quicker. Not that it's any better. It's just a different like changing running backs or something in football.
Change of pace, tempo. She's got 4, made both free throws, placing her up by 5. Denner drives the baseline, cut off by Mullen. Near steal by Ferguson. Knocks it out of bounds right in front of the very full Lady Tiger student section.
Peyton Lane retrieves the basketball.
Connor Last, Evan Sewell, Garrett Craig, Nate Livey. Great group over there cheering them on. That's just a part of the front row. Ant-Man. The Ant-Man right up there in the front by Connor. There's an ear steal. Hamill does steal it. Trying to get rid of it. Does so to Callaway on the sideline, but then off of Clay Center and back to Marysville. Hamill looking to the official, laughing at her wrist, and Hannah Ferguson grabs her with a smile and says, "Come on back here and play defense again." Emotional game. Here is Roberts outside for the Bulldogs. Clay Center leads by 5, 2.5 to work. Lexi Libby in there now, and Hannah Ferguson steals it away for Clay Center. Libby with it, right wing and deep. Steps up, lobs it low for Callaway and just overthrows. Callaway on the backside trying to cut, and the pass just a bit too tall. Again, Clara Edwards with 2 fouls out of the game. Hannah Ferguson 2 fouls, but staying on the floor. 2:20 left, second period. Dinner against Mullen. Being shaded everywhere. Now they get a screen. Gets her loose for Mullen. Stowe back in the corner. Dinner takes the 3. Dribble drives across paint. Knocked out of bounds by Clay Center. 2:08 remaining first half. Clay Center up by 5. And now Haley Franson will come back on for the Lady Tigers. Libby out. So it's Franson, Mullen, and Mullen, and 2 seniors, Hannah Ferguson and Sid Callaway for Clay Center. 2:08 remains, second quarter. Clay Center by 5. From the baseline, Tabitha Wright lobs it up top, almost threw it away. Race down to the half-court stripe by Nicole Franco. Tayshaw, dribble penetrates, gets to the lane. Wild shot, no. Rebound, batted around, then taken away by Franco, and she is going to be fouled by Ferguson, and that'll be her third. Hannah Ferguson was not going to allow a lay-in, but in doing so, picks up her third foul. Franco going strong, now gets to the stripe to shoot 2, where she's 1 of 2 at the line in the game thus far. And first free throw here crawls in. She has 2 points. Clay Center's lead is 4, 25-21. Lexi Libby will come back in for Clay Center. Ferguson will have to come out. We mentioned it Thursday night that little rebounding drill resulting in a pretty good shiner under her left eye.
You weren't lying.
She looks battle-tested. You got 3 fouls now. She's going to have to sit for a while. There's a free throw from Franco missing. Rebound off to Franson. The Clay Center's lead is 4, under 2 to go, second period. Addie Mullen walks it through. Mullen out deep, looking high post, gets it to Callaway, left wing, well beyond the arc, holds. Now to Franson. Haley, back left she goes. This is Mullen. Now Addie to Haley. Clay Center should work some clock here with a 4-point lead, and they're Marysville not pressuring.
The 2 big girls in foul trouble.
Good time to milk the clock in. Yeah. And Franson now just holds it on her hip with 1:24 left, and Marysville down 4 says, okay, we won't blink. We'll stay back here, and we'll work clock and go to the second half, too. We may see this minute 18 simply wind down to nothing. Mullen has it out top. We've seen this before. If you're not going to play man-to-man and we've got a lead, the Lady Tigers can just hang on to the basketball. We're down to 1:04. Clay Center has no interest in making a play.
Marysville content to let the clock go down, too.
Sydney Payshaw
under a minute now.
Applauding her team as they stay back in it. Both crowds a little antsy. Neither team real antsy right now.
We just need a last-second three-pointer like we had at the end of the first quarter.
Clara Edwards did that one. It will be somebody else as Edwards on the sideline with Ferguson protecting a foul situation. We're down to 37. This possession started at 1:45. Down to 30 seconds. Addie Mullen almost looks forward right now, doesn't she? She dribbles the basketball, watching the clock, waiting until they can go play basketball again. Mullen looks over the sideline. Coach Jeff Edwards marks a couple of orders. We're down to 17. Clay Center by 4. And they will take a final shot. We're down to 13 seconds. Coach Edwards says go now. Addie Mullen works it right side. Looking to the corner. They lob it to Libby. Down to 4 seconds, and we've got a 3-second violation called inside the lane. Are you kidding me? We haven't seen a 3-second violation called this week. And one is called in the final seconds, the quarter possession. Marysville with 4 in the backcourt. Roberts at the half-court line with 1. She fires it up, off flash and no. Headed to halftime. Clay Center with the lead, 25-21. They lead it by 4 as we head to half. We'll check in with Phil Casper and back here in just a moment.
In this risky market, does your farm have the protection it needs? Farmers Union Insurance is committed to providing our farm families with complete insurance solutions for every operation, large or small. We have products to cover everything from crops to combines, homes to barns, autos to auto steer and your tractors. Our products will help manage your risk and keep you protected from the unknown. Give me, Jim Gearhan, a call at 632-3264 or stop by our office at 426 Lincoln Avenue in downtown Clay Center. We are proud to support the Tiger Athletics.
The Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center in Manhattan is continually in tune with the latest advances in medical treatments and therapies. One of these is called dry needling. This technique provides a stimulus to muscular trigger points, which leads to favorable biochemical changes. The result? Pain reduction for a variety of issues including neck, back, and shoulder pain, as well as common conditions such as carpal tunnel syndrome and tennis elbow. Visit the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center in Manhattan. The greatest comebacks begin here.
Are you ready to regain control of your time and your pivots? With advanced technology from Valley, you can. The Icon series of smart panels is irrigation control at its finest. It offers remote connectivity and an easy-to-use touchscreen interface for simplified entry of commands and settings. Icon gives you ultimate control at your fingertips. It's the smarter, simpler way to manage your irrigation. Icon. Smart panels made easy.
See Republican Valley Irrigation or call 632-5558.
Place your order now for next spring's crops and save a bundle. Count on Crop Production Services of Clay Center for the best quality corn and soybean seed. Their proven brands include DeKalb, Asgrow, Dynagrow, Producers Hybrids, and LG. If you order now, you can take advantage of early cash and volume discounts, and they also have financing available. The agronomists at CPS stay current on the ever-changing field of seed technology, so they can provide well-informed advice to help increase your productivity.
25-21 ball game, Clay Center Lady Tigers in what has been a raucous atmosphere and two very intense teams trying to battle their way to for you next week, Wonk. This has been all it was billed to be. I mean, both teams have slugged it out here in the first half.
Back and forth. Clay Center, I think their biggest lead's been 5, and I predict an 8-point win. We had a 2-point lead at the end of the first quarter, a 4-point lead at halftime. We're going to have a 6-point lead at the end of the third and an 8-point win. But Clay Center, looking at the stats, they dominated more than the scoreboard says. They out-rebounded Marysville 12-3, 4 times as many. They were 6 out of 8 from the line, where Marysville was 6 out of 10. We were 5 out of 7 from the 2-point line and 3 out of 9 from the beyond the arc, which is 8 out of 16. That's 50% shooting. Marysville shot 3 out of 10 from the inside the arc and 3 for 3 outside the arc. That's kind of what kept them in the game. And both teams had 4 turnovers. So
I'll tell you what is of note, and we'll take a break here before I come back and get some scoring leaders, and we check in with Phil Casper over in Wakefield. That Hanover Clifton Pipe girls game is at halftime. The first game, Clay Center was down 13 at half. In Clay Center, the second meeting, they were down 3 at half. So the lead at halftime, that's a good note. Once again,
that first one in Marysville was a tough one. I mean,
they owned the game.
They did. They kind of dominated that whole thing, and we kept scratching and clawing, but could never get back into the game.
25-21, Lady Tigers by 4 at the halftime break. Let's take another timeout. We'll get you scoring leaders here, and we'll get you a recap of the first half between Hanover and Substate coming up next.
Great taste, fresh ingredients, lots of menu choices, all made to order with fast and friendly service. It all adds up to Subway, the one place where you can build your own meal exactly the way you like it. Subway in Clay Center is proud to sponsor CCCHS athletes, and whether you're heading to the game or getting ready to hit the road for home, the crew at Subway looks forward to seeing and serving you. Tiger fans and Subway, a winning combination.
Resilience, the capacity to recover from difficulty. I'm Ryan Hendricks with Union State Bank. We don't need a dictionary, just look at the American farmer. We're in a valley right now in the ag economy. It will get better. Union State Bank has been here since 1901, and we will continue to be here. Stop in and see any one of our ag loan officers, and let's visit about your operation and our flexible loan options. Union State Bank. Member FDIC.
Here at TSI Kansas, we'd like to say thank you to our customers for allowing TSI Kansas to serve you, and a special thanks to our drivers for their hard work and dedication, and to their families for their support and understanding. We know it takes all of these people to make us a great company. If you'd like to work for a company who cares about you and your family, call 632-5183. Ask for me, Heather. Check out our Facebook page or learn more about us at tsikansas.com.
Take Take action now for a successful crop next year. At Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed and Feed, we're ready to help you plan for next season's weed control, moisture conservation, and fertilizer needs. For your plan, we'll utilize soil testing and variable seeding rates to come up with site-specific fertilizer and seed systems. Now is a good time to establish your fertilizer and chemical program for productive crops in 2018. Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed and Feed, we offer customized solutions to help your crops thrive.
25-21 ball game. It is the Clay Center Lady Tigers leading by 4 at the halftime break. And we're going to check in with Phil Casper in just a moment. Let me give you your scoring leaders. First off for Marysville, Sydney Payshaw with 7, 5 from Alex Dinner, 3 for Grace Stows. Nicole Franco has 2, and Sammy Bartles with 3. For the Lady Tigers, it has been 9 points from Addie Mullen, 3 run-out layups, and then the 3-pointer she knocked in. 8 points for Clara Edwards, 2 3-pointers, including a buzzer beater to end the first quarter. 4 points from Sid Calloway and Hannah Ferguson. The one downside for Clay Center, foul troubles for Hannah Ferguson with 3, and also Clara Edwards with 2. Let's send it over to Phil Casper and check in on the Clifton-Clyde Hanover matchup.
All right, Rock, thanks. We're at halftime here as well. It was a back-and-forth first quarter, 11-4 Hanover, and then Clifton-Clyde on that 7-0 run tied things up at 11, then a 5-0 run by Hanover to close out that first quarter, gave them a 16-11 lead at the end of 1. And it was all Hanover in that second quarter for about the first 4 minutes. They went up by 12, and then Clifton-Clyde gets a little something going to get it back within 6. They currently trail by 7 at halftime. 28-21, Hanover leading Clifton-Clyde. This has been a pretty good matchup of 2 teams that have met now for the 3rd time this year. Let's give you a look at some scores. For Clifton-Clyde, it was the Emily Kaufman show. 13 points from Emily Kaufman in that first half, and then 4 each from Adria Gerard and Mallory Callahan, and that is it for Clifton-Clyde scoring. For Hanover, it was Tiana Losi with 11, but she got 9 of those early in that second period. She had back-to-back threes, forced Clifton-Clyde to take another timeout. Macy Debley with 8. All of those came in the first period. Taylor Cliff with 5. Claire Zarbanicki with 2. Emma Bruna with 2. And that gets us to where we're at halftime. It's Hanover leading Clifton-Clyde Lady Eagles 28-21 at half. Don't forget, after Rocky's game in Holt, we'll bring you right back here for the boys' version of Substate Championship Saturday as Hanover takes on the Clifton-Clyde Eagles in the boys' matchup. Here we're at half. Hanover leading Clifton-Clyde Lady Eagles 28-21. We'll get you another timeout. We'll get you back to Holton in just a minute.
Have you signed up for the color race yet? On Saturday, April 7th, they'll paint the town at CARE's 5th annual color race, sponsored by Twin Valley. The deadline to be guaranteed entry is Friday, March 16th. Don't miss out. If you don't want to participate, consider volunteering. They need your help to make this a success. Volunteers get a free t-shirt just for helping. You can throw color, cheer participants along the route, and much more. To register or volunteer, visit ccareinc.org/color. Hope to see you on April 7th at the color race.
Our promise is to over-deliver and give you service that lasts for the lifetime of your irrigation machine. Our Valley Service teams have you covered and are trained to keep your operation up and running. We'll be there every step of the way to troubleshoot and resolve all of your irrigation challenges quickly and efficiently. Valley Service is sure to find the solution you've been searching for, because a lifetime of service is a life of Valley.
See Republican Valley Irrigation or call 632-5588.
25-21 ball game here at the halftime break. Just about set to get into the second half. Again, 28-21. Hanover leading Clifton-Clyde over at Wakefield. There at halftime as well. We will keep you posted on that game and also bring you the Hanover-Clifton-Clyde boys matchup live from Wakefield in the nightcap. Here, the Lady Tigers lead it 25-21. Addie Mullen, 9 points, 8 from Clara Edwards, 4 points each for Hannah Ferguson and Sid Calloway. Second half about to go. Both crowds able to catch their breath. You could hear them with anticipation as the teams came back on the floor to get ready to go. And we are ready to do just that as Clay Center opens up with the basketball to begin this quarter. Clara Edwards, right side wing. They'll start with Hannah Ferguson on the sideline with those 3 fouls. So Haley Franson starting here in the second half. Here's Mullen. Right side wing, Hamill's got to look for three. It's short. The rebound comes off to Tayshaw, and then Hamill called for the reach-in. So it'll go back the other way to the Bulldogs. 25-21, just underway here in the quarter. That's the second foul on Hamill. Clay Center leads it by 4. Front court, Tabitha Wright works it right side with the dribble. Haley Franson on her. Now to Bartles. Out deep. Bartles gives it off to Tayshaw, trying to dribble attack into the lane. Leans inside and gets the roll. Tayshaw now with 9. And Clay Center leads it by just a 2-point bucket, 25-23. Hamill, right wing. High post, Callaway gets to her hands, but goes out to Hamill on the bounce. Clay Center still with the basketball. Now it's Hamill, right wing. Skip pass across, looking for Mullen. It's off. So Mullen looked at the official as if she didn't touch it, but it went off of her jersey and out of bounds. And the Bulldogs have it, and Clay Center wants an early timeout. 25-23, Lady Tigers by 2. We're back in just a moment.
Saving for retirement can seem complicated, confusing, even scary, but it doesn't have to be. Hi, I'm Kathy Affolder for United Bank and Trust, and we're here to help. As we go through tax season, now is the perfect time to think about opening an individual retirement account. If you have questions or want to get started, stop by and ask for me or Terry Jermark. We'd love to walk through the process with you. Saving for your retirement with an IRA at United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life, equal housing lender, and member FDIC.
Marysville, great start for the second half with just 56 seconds in. They've got a couple of turnovers, a foul, and a bucket, and they trail by just 2 after Clay Center led by 4 at the halftime break. Here's Alex Denner out top with the dribble. Picks it up now. Franson all over. She gets rid of it to right. Hamill on her. Now left it comes to Franco deep to the corner left. Alex Denner drives the lane. Kick out baseline. Tabitha Wright for 2. Good, and we're tied. Wright parries it from the right baseline 15 feet away. And Clay Center has seen a 4-0 run to start by the Bulldogs. And the lead for Clay Center now is down to a 25-25 tie. Franson with it out deep. High post to Callaway. Left side wing. Mullen fakes the 3. Steps in. Back outside to Callaway. Out of Franson. Haley ball fakes it. Puts the dribble down to the corner. It goes to Edwards. Skip past left Mullen. Takes the 3 all the way to the paint. Shoots it up and in. 11 now for Mullen. And Taz puts the Lady Tigers back on top. 27-25. There's Denner in the front court. Drives the lane between a double team. No shot on the floor. She was sandwiched between 2 players and tried to force it up. And it will be out of bounds to Marysville on the baseline. It is on Addie Mullen, just her first. So possession to the Bulldogs on the baseline. Denner puts it in play. But trying to put it in play, lobs it out deep. It goes to Tayshaw. Clay Center leads by 2. 6 minutes to go, third quarter. Out top it goes, ball loose, and it's Clara Edwards trying to get down court. Now to Hamill, strip away by Tayshaw, no foul called. Hamill just very frustrated there wasn't a foul called on the play, but great move by Edwards on the tip out. Hamill took it strong. Tayshaw got the strip away. It's still Clay Center's basketball. 27-25. Hannah Ferguson back in, playing with those 3 fouls. Here's Hamill. And if no one in the gym knew that, a Marysville fan may should be able to everyone to know. He wants everybody. I'm sure most coaches probably went over that at halftime. That's a guess. I would imagine there's coach knows that. Here's Callaway to Mullen. Addie holds it outside the arc. Clay Center leads by 2. 5.5 to work here in this third period. Edwards skip pass across to Hamill. To the baseline, no, goes high post instead. Ferguson looks backdoor, not there. Kicks it left and deep now into the hands of Addie Mullen, and another 3-second violation called against the Lady Tigers. There was one at the end of the second quarter, and now one here with 5:19 to go in the third. And so possession goes to Marysville with Clay Center on top, 27-22. We've got a foul call away from the basketball. They call it on Addie Mullen. I did not see it because I was watching the basketball. This was well away. Mullen's kind of looking around as if, I don't know what happened. There was a player on the ground in Tabitha Wright. The official right in front of us had a good view, so Must have been a big bump of some sort. Here's a drive by Payshaw, out of control, but still drops it in. She has 11 now, and we're tied 27-27. Addie Mullen will bring it across. 3 team fouls against the Lady Tigers. None whistled against Marysville thus far in the second half. We're 3 minutes into it. Here's Callaway. Looking to the post, Edwards. Dead high post to Ferguson. Right side wing is Hamill. Aaron Hamill fakes it low, goes baseline right. Edwards to Callaway, posting up, falling out of bounds, but saves it back into Hamill, and then across the Mullen. Addie with it out top. 27-27 tie, third quarter. 4.5 minutes left here in the third. Hamill with it. High post, Ferguson. Left side wing, Mullen. Dribble drive and a blocking foul now against right of Marysville. And it will be Clay Center's basketball on the baseline.
First Marysville foul of the half.
Right. 3 against Clay Center. Lady Tigers trying to inbound it. Taking it to Edwards inside. Ball fake, goes in, gets the contact, and it's on Franco. That's going to be her third foul. So both teams battling foul situations here. The basketball out of bounds, or to the free throw line, I should say, for Clara Edwards, who's 2 of 2 at the stripe. Has 8 points in the game. To give Clay Center the lead back, she does with that first free throw.
Franco comes out of the game and takes 3 fouls.
And Nicole Franco, third foul. Hannah Ferguson for Clay Center, 3 fouls. Edwards at the stripe to try to add to a 1-point lead. Free throw up and strong. Rebound, Ferguson takes it back in strong. Oh, flash and good for the senior, who has 6, and now Clay Center up by 3. Back to the way it comes. And we've got a blocking foul against Addie Mullen. Very upset with the call. She was backing up. So it's the third foul on Mullen. Addie started to go to bait again, was caught by her senior teammate Hannah Ferguson, saying, no, we just play on. 30-27, Clay Center by 3. 3 fouls against Mullen, all here in this third quarter, less than 4 minutes played. Now backdoor look to dinner inside. She backs it out. Stops. Shot over Ferguson. Short. Rebound. Weak side Mullen. Addie with it. Starts up the floor. Now slows it down as she walks it across the timeline. 3:54 remains. Third period. Clay Center with the basketball. Out top, Mullen into the post. Here's Ferguson. Back outside. Callaway. 3 ball. Just rimming out. Rebound away to Bartle. So close to going down for Callaway. Great-looking shot, just didn't go. Back to the direction it comes for the Bulldogs. And now a shot in the lane, no good. Rebound battled for. Jump ball call as Edwards Callaway tied up with Payshaw. The arrow belongs to Marysville on the baseline. So it'll be Marysville's possession on their end of the floor. Lady Tigers lead by 3. From the baseline, Denner to inbound. Looks in low, not there. Now lobs it out in the corner to Stows. Back in the paint is Bartle. Takes it up strong inside and drops a tough one in. She has 5. 30-29, Clay Center by 1. Walking it down, Addie Mullen. Mullen holds it out deep. Marysville chanting defense. Clay Center with the basketball. Leading by 1. High post, Callaway. Ball fakes, looks inside, wanted Edwards, and it's too strong out of bounds. Under 3 to work here in the third. 2:59 left. Marysville the possession back, a chance to reclaim the lead. Down the court comes Alex Denner. Mullen on her. Out it comes to Payshaw, wing left and deep. In the corner, Roberts. Ball fake. Steps in. Runner on the way. Strong. Weak side rebound. Bartles open. Up and good. Marysville has the lead. Bulldogs, 7 points now from Bartles. And the Lady Tigers down by 1. Mullen will walk it across. Clay Center led 25-21 after the first half. Now they trail by 1 with 2:26 to go, third quarter. Hamill has it out left. Looking inside. To the corner he goes to Mullen. Addie Mullen will bring it back out deep. Mullen works it to the top. Now spins away in the lane. Kick out in the corner. It's tipped. Picked up by Callaway. Saved to Haley Branson. Clay Center keeps the basketball. Good hustle play by the senior, Sid Calloway. Play center down one. Mullen. Left wing deep. Edwards looks to the three, doesn't take it. Now to Hamill. She will bring it out with a dribble. 1:50 left. Play center down by one. Jenner nearly steals it. Now to Calloway. Sid turns and squares. She'll take it to the paint. Slides inside. Can't get the shot. Does get the foul. She is headed to the free throw stripe. Slid through two defenders. Just kind of weaved her way around the defender inside and drew the foul. 2 free throws coming for the senior, Sid Calloway. She has 4 points in the game to tie it on this one. And she does. 5 points now for Sid. 1 more free throw to give the Lady Tigers a lead. Senior steps up. Free throw on its way. This one's down. Clay Center back up by 1. Addie Craig will check in here. The Lady Tigers may try to put some full court pressure on. Mullen will come out with those 3 fouls. We get an update on Hanover, Clifton Clyde. I'll pass that along to you. Hanover was up by 10 at last check in the third quarter. Here's a dribble drive Denner. Shot blocked by Maddie Craig, and they call it across the arm. Maddie Craig had a lot of basketball from right here, and the official from the opposite side then comes in with the whistle. Tough call against Maddie Craig, and Denner at the stripe to shoot 2. Alex Denner 0 for 1 from the line, has 5 points in the game. This free throw to tie it. And it goes in. She has 6 points. Play center tie, 32-32. Anna Ferguson back into the game. Addie Mullen back in. Both have 3 fouls. Addie Craig and Aaron Hamill will come out. 32-23 Hanover. 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Hanover leads Clifton Clyde. Good one there in the first of 2 Hanover-Clifton Clyde matchups in 1A Division I. 32-23 Hanover leads Clifton Clyde. Second free throw misses for Denner. We're tied at 32. 1:25 to go, third quarter. Mullen across the timeline, left and deep to Calloway. Calloway will hold with the ball in her hip, and Marysville, who has tied it, heads back in the lane and doesn't want to come out either. We'll see if they do now. To Mullen near the timeline. She'll hold it. We're down to 1 minute, 3 seconds remaining in the third. Tied at 32. Addie Mullen holds it. Coach Renier for Marysville right in front of us, applauding her team as they stay with hands on their hips, just watching as the clock goes down. Same as that they ended the second quarter. 32-32. 40 seconds now left. Bulldogs probably happy. They were down 4 at halftime. They tied it. It's true. Play center happy. They got 2 players in foul trouble, so they'll protect them a few extra seconds. 29 left, third period. The clock continues to tick. Marysville stays back in their zone inside the lane, not pressuring. Addie Mullen stands with the ball in her hip near the half-court stripe. We're down to 14 seconds. They'll go with about 10. 12 seconds left, and they go. Addie Mullen with the basketball, 7. Now with 6. Looking down low. No, it's Edwards out top. The kick from Mullen. The shot, no, the drive. The shot from the hit comes up short. We're headed to the fourth, tied at 32. It is a classic early. Headed to the fourth quarter here in the Substate Championship. 32-32 when we come back.
Walls True Value is your stop for concrete tools and rental items. We've got the healthy line of concrete saws, concrete breakers, a core drilling rig, and concrete drills. We also have a pull float, trowels, and other tools for finishing concrete. And speaking of concrete, we sell bags of Portland and ready-mix cement, sand mix, and related concrete items like rebar and rebar ties to fix up your home. We've got what you need at Walls True Value in beautiful downtown Clay Center, open 7 days a week for you.
32-32. We're headed to the fourth here in Holton. Let's head over to Wakefield and check in with Bill Casper. They're nearing the end of the third.
All right, Brock, thanks. Neither team lighting it up here in the third, but Hanover a little bit better than Clifton Clyde. A 7-4 third quarter right now. Hanover out to a 10-point lead, 35-25, a minute left in the third.
All right, thanks, Flip. We appreciate it. Keep you up to date there in that matchup. And, of course, Hanover Clifton Clyde boys coming live tonight here on KCLY. 8 minutes left to play here, and we are tied at 32 going to the fourth quarter. Clay Center does get the basketball to begin the fourth. Addie Mullen with it, out deep, works it left, now toward the point. To the right wing, Hamill takes the three. Out top, Mullen for three in the lead. No, rebound. Edwards had it. It's loose on the ground, falling to the floor. Tayshaw saves it, and Marysville has it back. Left and deep is Tayshaw. Free throw line, Bartle. Dribble drive turn. Oh, what a move by Mullen. They don't call the offensive charge. Addie Mullen's textbook help side defense, and they let him play on, and Bartles gets the bucket. Marysville has the lead, 34-32. Right side wing and deep. Now they go inside. Here's Edwards, strong to the left. The roll. We're tied again. Clara Edwards off the feed from Callaway. Right side wing deep, Denner. She will work it toward the paint. Shot blocked by Edwards. The rebound to Edwards. And the freshman outlets up the floor to Addie Mullen. So Clay Center has the lead back and the basketball. No correction, 34-34 tie and the basketball. They'd lost the lead for one possession and then tied it on the Clara Edwards bucket. Here's Ferguson, free throw line, looking low. Callaway trying to post. At the corner it comes to Edwards. They get it inside to Callaway. Turns, spins, goes strong and drops it in. There's the sidewalk surfer, the senior again, stepping up when you need her. She now has 7. And Clay Center leads it again by 2. Here's Denner, nearly lost the basketball. Now Tayshaw drive, kick to the corner. Nicole Franco pulls up mid-lane, short, rebound, tips to the baseline, out of bounds off of Clay Center. 36-34, Lady Tigers lead by 2. It will be Marysville's possession on the baseline. Tayshaw will inbound it. It's over near the corner, but on the baseline. They lob it out deep to Franco near the free throw stripe. Steps into the lane. Now loose on the floor. Ball tied up. Ferguson in there with Bartles. And it will be Marysville's possession on the arrow. Baseline to the Bulldogs again. This time more conventional, left of the glass and right below the bucket. 6:14 to work. Outside it comes to right for Marysville. Clay Center up by 2. Denner with it outside. Now to the top. Franco. Tayshaw. Dribble penetrates. Hangs in the air and drops another one in. So tough on those runners. She now has 13, and we're tied at 36. Back and forth we go here in Holton. Clay Center tied with the possession now. Ferguson, free throw line. Outside it comes to Hamill. Hamill holds, back out deep for Mullen. 5:44 remains, fourth quarter. Left corner, near the wing, is Callaway. Sid, back out deep for Mullen. Addie looking at that zone defense, holds outside. Now crosses over, dribble penetrates, kick to the corner for Callaway. She'll take it toward the lane. Drops it outside to Ferguson. Nearly kicks away. Now Mullen has it, and a timeout taken on the Tiger sideline. Just got an update. The score, it is 35-28 into 3. Clifton Clyde hanging around. Cliff, update us on what's happening there in Wakefield.
Well, a little run by Clifton Clyde at the end of the third quarter. They had gone down by 10, but then a huge 3 from J.C. Bowser gets us to where we're at now, 35-28, just starting the fourth quarter.
All right, Cliff, we appreciate it. Just starting the fourth, and Clifton Clyde keeping it interesting in the matchup with the Hanover Wildcats. Here, it has certainly been much more than interesting throughout this ball game, as Clay Center and Marysville have been tied up in a classic from the start. You could feel the energy in the gymnasium well before the teams even took the court, and when they were giving lineups, it took a whole new notch, and when they tipped it off, it took it to a whole new level, and we've reached beyond it now, I think, Juan.
Well, it feels like a home game for Clay Center and for Marysville. That's how many people are here.
Not truly a neutral court when there's this many fans from both teams here. 36-36, 5:26 remains, fourth quarter. It'll be Sid Callaway to inbound from the sideline. Clay Center with the basketball out of their own timeout as they were working half-court offense. Still a long way to go here, 36-36, but each possession becoming more and more important. Hamill has it out deep, right side. Left it goes to Mullen. Addie will hold there. Now back to Hamill. Looks to the post. Callaway back to the bucket. They leave her alone. She goes strong. Can't get it. Rebound, battle for, lose. Edwards keeps it alive. Hamill. And then it finally falls into the hands of Bartles. Boy, great take inside by Callaway that time. A lot of contact. They just let it go that trip. And now we've got a stop of play on the court. We have blood on the floor. Yeah, we can see Nicole Franco with a bloody lip, so they're going to have her come out of the game. Just under 5 to go, fourth quarter. A 36 tie. We said it was like a heavyweight boxing match. Walk.
Yeah.
Give you some idea.
Sid got hammered, but no call.
Yeah, Sid on that last lane. It's likely when they were all battling then for the loose ball after the shot block. When the bloody lip happened, who knows who ran into each other. Here's baseline right. It goes to Payshaw. Lob in the paint. Bartles open for two. Left it short. Rebound, and Ferguson's going to pick up her fourth. Grace Stowe, Hannah Ferguson both going for the loose ball. Ferguson called for the bump. 17th foul now against Clay Center. This will be a 1-and-1 chance. Grace Stowe's at the line. Wrong place, wrong time foul. Correction, that's the 16th foul, not the 7th. Now Bartles inside, missing. Edwards, the big forward. No foul called as Bartles rips it away. Denner has it back outside. It had the rebound, and they absolutely mauled her to take the basketball back away. It fell loose on the ground, and Marysville picked it up and continued their possession, tied at 36. To the paint it goes, Bartles. Back out deep. Denner turns, spins into the lane against Ferguson, who really can't defend, and Bartles drops it in. Hannah Ferguson playing with 4 fouls, just kind of had to hold her ground. Clay Center's down by 2. Mullen will walk it across. Clay Center with the possession, left and deep, Callaway. Now to Mullen. Looks right, back left, over the hands of Clara Edwards, went up for it, couldn't quite bring it down, and the turnover back to Marysville. You can see frustration right now on the faces of the Lady Tigers. They've lost the lead. The calls, that they think have not gone their way. Marysville certainly has had the same situation in such an intense game, but the Lady Tigers right now need to find a way to just get back into their game. There's a near steal by Callaway, ball loose, and a timeout taken by Marysville, and they will save possession near the baseline. 3:54 still remains here. We'll send it over, check in once again with Bill Casper.
That's gotten real interesting here, Rock. It's 35-29. There's 6.5 minutes left. Clifton Clyde scrapping their way back in, and right now at the line, J.C. Bowser is shooting 2 free throws, and she buries the first. It is a 5-point game, 35-30. Hanover leading Clifton Clyde, 6.5 minutes left in the game.
All right, Flip, thanks. Some good ones going on. The TVL matchup there, an MCKL matchup here. The Tigers, Lady Tigers down 38-36. 3:54 remains in this fourth period, and Clay Center down by 2. Marysville's basketball near the corner on the baseline. They lob it to Franco at the free throw strike. She'll drive the lane. She walks with the basketball. Good defense by Hannah Ferguson. Marysville trying to go at the terrible Swede inside with 4 fouls, and she just kept her ground, straight up defense. Franco forced into a walk. 3:49 remains. Addie Mullen walks it through the timeline. Hamill, Ferguson, Callaway, Edwards on the floor. Ferguson, free throw line with it. Outside deep to Hamill, right wing. Aaron Hamill yet to score. We'll see if she can get something going here in the fourth. She had a big second half in Clay Center in that win in overtime. Here's Edwards to Ferguson. Right side wing, Hamill. Looks at a 3, doesn't take it. Guarded by Denner. Now back outside deep it comes for Mullen. Adding with the dribble. 5 count on. Now takes it toward the lane. Toward the paint. Outside it goes to Edwards. Clara across to Hamill. Looks in low. Callaway. Through a double team, but she walked with the basketball to do so. Sid thought she had it through and had a foul, and looks up and sees the official pointing the opposite direction. So Marysville has it back. Clay Center trails by a bucket. Haley Franson in. Hamill comes out. Bartles will inbound. Clay Center goes full court pressure now. It comes into Payshaw. Now it's to Wright across the timeline. Tabitha Wright brings it outside. 3 minutes left in this game. Clay Center trails by 2. Wright, left wing to Payshaw. Callaway on her. Now in the corner left is Bartles. Off the screen. Out deep it comes to Denner. Denner, right side, spins for the paint. Franco into the lane. Off balance jumper, rims out. Rebound Ferguson and a foul on Bartles. This will be Clay Center's basketball. Hannah Ferguson with the position. Bartles came across the arm. Clay Center gets it back. Down by 2, 38-36. Back in the game, Aaron Hamill. Franson will come out. 38-36. Marysville by 2. Clay Center with the possession. Mullen brings it across. Hamill back in. Ferguson, Edwards the post. Hamill and Callaway your wing. Mullen at the point. Left side wing. Edwards wants a 3 for the lead. Strong. Rebound to Alex Denner. Edwards hit 2 threes in the first half. This one just strong. Good rotation on it, but it went off the back iron. Here's Denner. Dribble drive. Kick out right in the corner. Pay shot. Callaway on her. Now cut off by Hamill. Franco with a couple of dribbles. Hands it away to Bartles. We're down to 2:15 in this game. Clay Center down by 2. Marysville with the basketball and that 2-point lead. Pay shot to the lane. They lead it by 4. Sydney Payshaw has 15 now. Direction 17 in the game. 2 minutes left. Addie Mullen across the midcourt stripe. Addie off to Edwards. Clara. Pulls now left to Mullen. Ball fakes it. Looks at a 3-0. Now dribble penetrates. Kicks it right. Hamill. 3 ball. Good look on its way. Just strong. And the rebound comes off the Bartles. 1:40 left in the game. Clay Center trails by 4. Payshaw gets loose down the court. And it's Aaron Hamill. They will call a blocking foul. Hamill there a long time, it appears. The underneath official calls a blocking foul. And it will be 2 free throws for Sydney Payshaw. She has 17 in the game. 1:35 remaining in the 4-point contest. Bang, bang play. Tough call, but it goes against Clay Center. Payshaw at the stripe, drops it in. 18 points now for the 5'7" senior. 41-36. Clay Center down by 5. Second free throw up and good. And a timeout taken on the sideline. Let's check back in with Bill Casper over at Wakefield.
All right, Rock, same thing here. A timeout taken. We still have 4:15 left in this game. It is still a 5-point game. But the Clyde cut it to 3, but the Hanover has taken it back. 36-31. Hanover leads. 4:19 left in this ball game.
All right, Cliff, here it is a 6-point ball game now. The Lady Tigers more than their backs against the wall here, Wonk. 1:35. That's a long time in basketball terms, but all of a sudden this has grown to 2 3-point possessions.
Yeah. We'll probably get at least 3 possessions, I would say.
I would think at least.
Maybe 4 or 5. So everyone's critical now. We need to score. Put some type of points on the board every time down the score.
Tammy Bartles, the 5'10" sophomore, had 3 points at halftime. She now has 11. Sydney Payshaw had 7 points at halftime. She now has 19. So those two have stepped up big, and they've been a real trouble spot for the Lady Tigers in the 2 meetings earlier this season. Clay Center does have the basketball. They do trail, though, by 6. $1:35 left in this game. Hamill to Mullen. Down the court already, Edwards, Callaway, and Ferguson. Mullen to Edwards. Out between the circles. Fakes right, back left. Mullen fakes the 3. Dribble drives all the way to the paint. Shot up and good. What a shot by Addie Mullen. In traffic and able to drop it in. She has 13. The lead is 4. Now with 1:24 remaining and a 30-second timeout call. Let's get a quick check-in again with Bill Casper.
All right, Rock, same play. 3:50 left in this ball game. Clifton Clyde with possession. 38-31. I think we were 36-31 last time. 38-31. Hanover now leads.
Lady Tigers here, 42-38. Well, a quick first possession with points, Long. That's important.
Only 11 seconds.
And now defense becomes your go-to, which is the Lady Tigers' go-to of the year.
Marysville's only turned it over twice this half, so I'd like to see a couple more.
42-38. Marysville's basketball, length of the floor to go. Clay Center will deny, but no one on the basketball. Clara Edwards out deep. The ball comes in. Addie Mullen near steal. That is off of, they say, off of Addie Mullen, who cannot believe it. Neither can Jeff Edwards. Right in front of the official, and he says it's off of Marysville. Wow. Mullen, such great defense. Here's the pass. Marysville gets it in. Bartles to Tabitha Rock. 1:20 left. Long down-court pass. Denner runs it down to the baseline. Lady Tigers pressuring, down by 4. 1:15 left. Here's Bartles. Outside. Edwards the steal. Numbers the other way. Bartles back to the pin. Edwards the bucket, and they're within 2. Marysville quickly puts it in bounds. 1:05 to go. 42-40. And now a foul in the backcourt. The fourth against Mullen. It'll be a 1-and-1 chance for Alex Dinner. How about the freshman? Clara Edwards, the finish, the coast-to-coast, the steal, the coast-to-coast, and the finish to cut it to 2.
Well, we said we needed a turnover, and now we got one. Let's go for another one.
And now a 1-and-1 for the Bulldogs, Alex Dinner, in a 2-point ball game, 1:01 to go. Free throw up, it's short. Rims off to Hannah Ferguson. Outlet pass, Addie Mullen. Mullen up the floor for the paint. Kicks it out. Here's Hannah. No, he doesn't take the three. To Ferguson in the corner. Mullen. Dribble drives. Kick to the lane. Edwards strong and is fouled. Clara Edwards headed to the free throw stripe. The freshman to the stripe. She'll have 2 free throws to tie it. Still 49 seconds left here. Both crowds on their feet. Clara Edwards at the line. First free throw to cut it to 1, and it rims out. Hold it down. She has 13 in the game. 49 seconds still left. Edwards to cut it to 1. This one's down. 14 for Edwards. 42-41. Clay Center's gone on a 5-0 run, and now the full court pressure comes back on as Haley Franson checks in. Bartles will inbound it. Looks to get it inbound. Does so on the sideline left to right. She wants to get rid of it. Does so to Bartles. Still in the backcourt. Now the pass down the floor. Payshaw just in the front court, guarded by Edwards. Dribble drive. Stops to the corner right. 39 to work. Clay Center trails here by 1. Payshaw holds it outside. Edwards to defend. Now back out to Bartles. Clay Center has to come defend now. Here's Callaway against Payshaw and a reach-in foul. It'll be 2 free throws for the senior. So 27 seconds left. I think that's the 10th. That was the 8th.
Yeah.
So it is a 1-and-1. Thank you. The light was out on the scoreboard here on the other side. It looked like a 9 last time. It is a senior. Great free throw shooter. Sydney Payshaw with a 1-and-1. Lady Tigers trail by 1. Free throw rims in. Touched the lot of the rim, but it finally falls home. Clay Center down 43-41 with 27 seconds left in this game. Payshaw, second free throw. This one's good as well. She has 21 tonight. A timeout on the floor. Let's again check in with Bill Casper. Flip over in Wakefield.
All right, Rockcliffe Clyde got it back within 4, but now a 4-0 run by Hanover. They've taken it back to 8. 2:16 left. Macy Debley shooting the back end of 2, and Hanover leading 42-34. I'll see if Macy makes the second one. She does. It is 43-34 Hanover. 2:16 left in the ball game.
All right, Flip, thanks here. 27 seconds left. And once we finish, we'll send it over to Wakefield and the finish there with Phil Casper, 44-41. Lady Tigers were down 6 with about 1:20 left, and they cut it to 1. And now the Marysville Bulldogs back to the free throw stripe, and they lead it by 3.
Yeah, 1 possession, potentially, but there's still plenty of time. The Tigers don't have to look for a 3. They can make it to the hole if they want to.
That would be the preferred method. Get into the hole, maybe a chance for the rebound if you don't make the lay-in, or a kickoff out off of the drive. Now, Marysville does have a foul to give before they put Clay Center at the free throw line. That's just 5 team fouls here in the second half against Marysville. Clay Center's Aaron Hamill will inbound it. Addie Mullen will bring it up the floor. Clay Center down by 3, 25 as she crosses the timeline. Out of the top, works it left, toward the lane. Kick out in the corner, Callaway, ball fake. Now gets rid of it to Mullen. Rip through to the baseline, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Bulldogs. Payshaw up high in the air, left-handed, and used that high left hand to swat it out of bounds. 14 seconds now left. Clay Center's basketball from the baseline. Edwards out top, Mullen for the 3 to tie it, and it's off the mark. Aaron Hamill back up, not a contact. No foul call, and a rebound to Marysville. And they are going to have a 3-point lead with 5 seconds left when Clay Center finally is able to stop the clock with a foul. And the Bulldog fans and players and bench can taste it right now. 44-41. Just 4.9 seconds remaining. And Payshaw at the line, who is 6 of 6 from the stripe in the game and has 21 points. Finally misses If she misses here, you have some hope in a 3-point game in 5 seconds. Make, and obviously it pretty much puts the end of the game in the books. This free throw misses. Clay Center, they got to get it down quick. Timeout taken by the sideline. Ferguson was outletting. Coach Jeff Edwards had been calling a timeout. He wants some time on the clock as well for when he called the TO. They're going to give it on the baseline. The officials explaining why. The ball had been taken away by the Bulldogs, but with all the noise in here, you have no idea when Coach Edwards was asking the official on the sideline for the basketball.
Well, I'm sure he called the timeout immediately. So
it is a full timeout. We know
looks
that.
Looks like they're going to still leave it at 3.6 seconds.
They're going to say it was when Hannah caught the inbound pass or caught the rebound off the missed free throw. And so they will be a full timeout, 44-41. Clay Center down to a desperation 3 try to tie this thing.
Well, that's okay, because what'd you say, Paschal?
Tayshawn got, she is
80%.
One of the best in the business.
She misses 2?
Yeah, so go figure. So we got other things that happen.
You're saying there's a chance.
You know, if the one thing Marysville has, will they foul? Because they can foul and not even put them at a bonus situation. True. So if they will foul and pressure in the backboard, will they just let them fire one down and try to get a shot away? 44-41, 3.6 seconds left. Clay Center will have the basketball. They need to get out on the floor. The team is back on the floor. They are getting their final instructions from Coach Jeff Edwards. 44-41. Sid Calloway will inbound it. Addie Mullen in the backcourt. Clara Edwards, Aaron Hamill down the floor. Marysville defending in both places. Here's Mullen, left sideline, and she is fouled in the backcourt. As expected, with a foul to give. Now, Addie thinks she's got a 1-on-1 chance. That's just the 16th foul. They haven't fouled. They haven't put place in a bonus.
And they might foul again.
They're very well
by 3.
Now, if you're Clay Center, you got to get a 3 off quickly in case they try it. You may get 3 free throws. It's at the half-court stripe. Callaway wants to fire in bounds. Needs to go somewhere in the 3-point area. Out to Edwards. It's tipped and taken away. And that will be the ball game. 44-41. Marysville comes from behind and wins the game by 3. They were down 4 at halftime. They win at 44-41. I know we're going to get it over to Phil Casper for the finish at Wakefield Park. And obviously a highly disappointing ball game for the Lady Tigers and for the 2 seniors. But I want to give a little due to what Hannah Ferguson and Sid Calloway have done, the terrible Swedes and sidewalk surfer. I mean, those are 2 fantastic seniors who have been a huge part of this program on the floor and off the last 4 seasons.
Yeah, and they played their hearts out tonight. They really did. And, you know, Sydney, I think, got fouled twice in the last 2 minutes of the game. I don't remember Marysville being whistled for a foul the last half of the quarter. And that was a big difference in the game. The Tigers led most of the way, got down by 6. They got it back to 1 and had a chance there at the end and just couldn't get a shot off.
Again, 44-41. It is Marysville, your Substate champions, and they will be in Emporia next week in the 4A Division II state championship. Quick look at the leading scorers. 21 for Sydney Payshaw. Well, give the senior credit. She put her on their shoulders in the fourth quarter, in particular, second half in general. You get 11 points from Sandy Bartles. Nicole Franco with 2. 7 points for Alex Denner. 4 from Tabby Wright. 3 for Grace Stowe. The Lady Tigers have 14 from Clara Edwards. 13 for Addie Mullen. 7 from Sid Calloway. Hannah Ferguson in foul trouble the entire game with 6. Again, Hannah Ferguson, Sid Calloway, your 2 Lady Tiger seniors. Outstanding performances. Clay Center is going to end an outstanding year. We were talking with Marysville fans before this game, and from both respect to each other, both these teams should be in Emporia next week. We knew only one would go.
They're both rated in the top 5. There's 8 teams there. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. It's just the way it's set up, you know. And sometimes they got the best team in the Substate's a 500 team, and it's just how it happens. I mean, Lady Tigers 19-1. Tell me they don't deserve to go to state because of one 3-point loss here tonight.
That could be hard of a battle. And hats off to Marysville and the Bulldogs, and good luck at the state championship this Wednesday in Emporia. The Lady Tigers fall 41 will take you over to Phil Casper in Wakefield.